So the first thing you want to do is inside of your Creative Cloud folder, inside of your graphic design folder, you're going to make a new folder called PS_collage. This is where you're going to save all of the pictures that you download and any of the pictures that you take. Now to set up your document, you're going to go into Photoshop. You're going to press Command N for new. You're going to come over here to print. Actually, we're going to go to photo and we're going to do view all presets. And we're going to go ahead and choose 10 by 8. Now, if you want it to be landscape, it'll be 10 inches wide by 8 inches tall. Or you can switch that to portrait if you want it to be taller than it is wide. It's up to you. Doesn't matter to me which way you do it, but it's going to be 8 by 10 or 10 by 8, either way. 300 pixels per inch, and you'll hit create. Now, if you decide you want to change your mind on this, you can always come over here to your properties. As long as you're on your move tool, you can choose landscape and it'll reverse it. But you're going to want to do that before you put any pictures on here. All right, once you've done that, go ahead and go to File, Save As. Make sure you navigate to the new folder that you created in your graphic design folder. Right there, the collage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call this my last name, first initial, underscore, collage. And that's going to be how you set up your original document. Now, once you've downloaded photos, and I'll do another demo another day on how to make sure that you download the highest quality images. This is a 300 pixel per inch document, which is really large. Most of the photos that you download might be too small and you can't just make them bigger. But as you start to assemble your collage, what you're going to do is you're going to go to File and Open, and then you're going to navigate to your collage folder where you've downloaded pictures. So I have all the pictures that I've downloaded, or these are actually ones that I took. And these aren't necessarily the correct names as far as like this item. Let me open one. I have visit. Come on, computer. There we go. I have visit, but it's a picture of my dog in an astronaut outfit. Maybe I could use that as an idea. I want to visit the moon. So that's how I'm working in a picture of my dog in an astronaut helmet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Command A to select all, Command C to copy, and I'm going to come over to my collage and I'm going to paste. Now, since I took this picture with my phone, it's definitely much larger than will fit, which is great because I can always shrink this. But this is super important. Before you change the size, we need to do two things. We need to convert to a smart object. So I'm going to click in an empty area on this layer, and I'm going to do convert to smart object. And then I'm going to immediately go to right here where the name is, and I'm going to double click so I can change this. This one is going to be called Visit 1. I have a list on the assignment sheet for what you should name your layers. If your layers are not named correctly, you will lose points. I want to make sure about 40% of the grade is just based on, did you name the layers or groups correctly? Did you use the right file size? Are things correctly in the correct resolution? That's easy points to earn. Please don't lose those points. All right, then once you have that, you can turn that one off and you can go in and place your next picture. I'm going to go to File and Open. I'm going to open up one of my values. My dog dressed up as a happy little cloud. Command A for select all. Command C for copy. Command V for paste. Immediately change it to a smart object, so convert to smart object. And then I'm going to double click on the name, and this is going to be value 4. I'll go ahead and turn that off. Now you're going to repeat that same process for each one. Then when you're ready to actually do the masking, you can double click on the smart object. You can go in and use whatever selection method you feel is best for this. I'm going to go ahead and use my quick select and say I want just that portion. I'm going to hold down my shift key and add. Didn't do a very good job here, but just for sake of speed, I'm going to pretend like it's an amazing selection. I've used my lasso. I've cleaned up the edges. Then on here, I can hit mask. I can press Command S to save. Notice this is PSB. That is a smart object that's actually connected to the original collage file. And there's my picture. And I can close that, and I can do the same thing on this one. I can double click, open up the document that I want. Perhaps I'm going to use the cloud detail and do select subject and see what the AI does to see if it actually selects it. Hey, it did a pretty good job with that. Going to go ahead and shift, add in the rest of the clouds. Going to press option and subtract that portion there. I'll definitely do a much cleaner job later. Going to go ahead and mask that out. I'm going to save. I'm going to close. And now I've got those two pictures in there. I can hide and I can repeat the process for the other 14 pictures. You have a total of 16 pictures that you're putting in here. So I'd say start first with just rough selections, then play around with where you want to place them, how you're going to fit all this stuff. I would start with the thing that you want to have be the largest thing in the document, and then you can start to do a much cleaner job as you work through putting your collage together.